Today we are back at the Depot Sheffield and we are breaking down one of the most popular climbing sessions.
So today's session is one of the most important sessions you can do as a boulderer.
And that session is projecting. So today me and Aidan are having a bit of a project session. He's a little bit stronger than me, so there might be a bit of an obvious difference between how we perform these boulders, but also he's had like 6 days on and has no skin left on his fingers, so I might be able to keep up on some of them. We're going to go through and try some project boulders. This basically means limit boulders, so the hardest boulders you can get done in the gym. There's going to be some different interpretations of this, so whether it's a session limit, so the kind of boulder you might be able to work and complete in a session with a lot of effort, that is, or some of these boulders are also going to go into multi-session boulders, and we're probably going to have a bit of a varied range of them today. Some session limit, some multi-session limit. For this session today, and if you want to try this session in your gym, our structure is going to be around 3 to 4 different boulders, and we're going to spend probably 20 up to 30 minutes on each boulder, taking a long rest in between. The rest you take should be long, and it's going to depend on how many moves you did or how hard you tried in that effort. This is our first boulder over here behind us. It's a yellow. It looks pretty compy, looks like some throwy moves into a shoulder. So I'm also going to bounce off Aidan and get him to show me what he thinks and how to do it. Important tactic number 1, take someone to brush your holds for you.
The main pro from this session is that we're accessing the top end range of our strength. So we're working a lot on recruitment of our muscle fibers. And yeah, just learning to pull and try really hard.
At the beginning of the session, I was like, I might be able to keep up with Aidan. That was definitely an egotistical statement, which I should actually redact from this video.
Yeah, nice. Come on, Josh, get it. Oh, nice, that was well close.
I slid straight out. I could have got deeper
right
into
in.
it.
Yeah.
So the next pro of projecting, which I think you kind of already said, was the ability to try hard. Now, for a long time I got sucked into like doing circuits, doing lots of easy boulder problems, and I was never good at projecting anything beyond like a single session. I'd get bored and move on. But you definitely access and like get into a deeper try hard when you're really working at your limit, stuff that's going to take multiple sessions to do. What's this final one like?
The top on the volume. It's not great, but if you hold it like the bottom side of it's the best.
Really low on it.
And like, if you remember our old sloper video, hang low on it.
Hang low.
And it feels a bit better.
Yeah. Link to that in the description below. What we're doing now, and this is going to go straight into the next pro, is projecting is amazing for learning projecting tactics. And that's pretty invaluable if you want to project outside. Like, yes, you can train indoors and then perform outside, but if you're performing outside, you're probably projecting. So making sure that you're actually practicing all those skills inside when you're projecting is really important as well. Not getting too carried away. It's one of the really important tactics is resting enough between attempts. Yeah. And I know I've suffered from not resting enough, particularly indoors when like you can just go again. You don't have to take your shoes off as much, and definitely just going and being tired and not having those quality attempts. Then the tactic you've probably already seen us doing is talking through each individual move. Are we putting a foot in the right place? Are we doing it in the right sequence? Where's the best bit of the hold? And then asking like what, if Aidan's already done it, like what I should be expected to do when I get to the next bit. So I've not done this move yet. And something I should do, and we'll probably try in a minute, is actually work different parts of the boulder problem. So go past the move I've not done, and then try the end sequence so that when it comes to getting through what might be the crux, I can link it all together and do the full sequence.
Nice!
Slid on this.
Close.
Tried to get a bit higher, but I think I lost that.
Yeah, you lose the pressure on the hold.
Definitely slid. All right, I'll try it from this and see if I can go to the top.
Easy, come on. Oh, nice.
How did I miss it? I fully missed it.
Easy. That'll go next.
It's steady, but I'm just cognitively tired. Maybe that's another tip. You need to be pretty
switched on.
Pretty switched on to be able to project. That brings us on to the next pro actually, is we were saying that projecting is important for linking your technique to your try-hard, right?
Yeah.
So it's a skill in itself to be able to perform good technique, execute well at your like top end level of strength.
Yeah.
It's easy to look and perform good techniques
Sure.
when it's low level, and that's often where you should start practicing them. But being able to transfer that skill into your top end is a really important part of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which I'm not doing very well today.
Easy, come on. Nice, close.
Feels so slidey on that dish.
Yeah. We were saying these holds
You
are
need
so
to push
like,
on it rather than...
Yeah, get onto this side a bit more.
I'm gonna call it on that one, save it for another day, and move on and get the next boulder in. Let Aiden choose this one.
Come on.
I'm not doing very well today.
Nice, come on, Josh.
My skin. It's the nerves, they're getting to me. Aiden's all there being all strong and I'm trying to keep up. But he's a good helper, bless him. He's coming with a stick. That's another tip. Get good moral support partner for your projecting.
Or get really rich and hire someone to brush your holes to. With indoor climbing, it being like a lot of circuits, it's really easy to feel like a certain colour grade is out your reach or too hard for you. But what we find a lot of the time is as soon as you do one of them, you feel a lot more confident and a lot of them go quite a bit easier afterwards.
Opens the door, doesn't it?
Yeah. So I think it's easy to say just be more confident, but just have a bit of belief that you are good enough to do the harder climbs. And yeah, project them and put a bit of time into one of them. Maybe one that suits you, and then a lot of them will go a bit quicker afterwards. So one of the cons with projecting sessions is it's really easy to get sucked into doing too much of it and just trying loads of max end hard boulders, just because it is quite enjoyable and quite rewarding when you do that. But it's really important not to push it too hard. A good way to sort of think about it is you should still feel fairly fresh by the time you leave the session, and not completely powered out. You should still feel a little tired, obviously, because you're working at your max, but yeah, not powered out. I went heel and sort of like scoop it around the back of it.
Round here?
Yeah. So then when you hit that, the heel's keeping you on, like tensioning it.
That's cool if you can get that to work.
Yeah, it would be nice.
Have you done the drop knee to get this hold? I've not tried it your way, but
no.
I'm going to start halfway because it'd be nice just to project this move.
Yeah.
So this is a multi-session project. I've had 2 sessions trying it, and there's one move I just can't do, which is the move up to the pinch, which Aiden tried to double because he's showing off. So for me, the aim of working this project today is just see if I can do that move. I know I can do all the other moves, so I'm not going to spend much time on it, save my energy. If I can get that move done, then I'll start working it from the bottom, but that's my tactic for today.
Nice. Yeah, come on.
Nice. I'm
you like this, aren't you?
I'm like this, so it's really hard to generate.
Yeah.
You're already sucked in, you can't sink out and then go. This is an example of why hard to like do good technique when you're trying really hard.
Yeah.
I'm finding it really hard to visualize like what could happen, because I know I'm just squeezing so hard that like it's hard to concentrate on what my legs are doing, where my hips are and all of that. Sometimes you just have to get on and just try things and see how it works. The other con that comes along with this session is that it takes a long time. You're gonna have to rest a lot between attempts. You're gonna have to probably warm up longer than you would for other sessions so that you can really work at your top end. And you're also gonna want a rest day before it and probably after this session as well. So fitting this session into your week is time consuming. If you're short on time, it's probably not the session you're gonna go do, but you should probably do at least one of these sessions a week, at least throughout certain times of the year, so that you are keeping on top of that recruitment and that top end level of strength.
Oh, sick.
If I have the lank, I reckon I can keep the tension.
Close.
Almost like pushing that one.
Yeah. Maybe keep it a bit more drop knee. I find it's good tension when you keep
Come
it
out
turned
of
in
the drop
a
knee
bit.
as I make the move.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going to go all the way then. You think that'll go? You look quite close.
Yeah, I think so. Come on, Josh. Nice.
Nah, if I cut loose, as I squeeze, I think I push so hard down on this to keep it on that I push myself off.
Come on, Josh. Nice. It's hard to generate.
It's really hard to generate the height for this one.
Yeah.
So you're very much pushing this way in.
So me and Josh have just finished up our project session. We tried pretty hard, had a lot of rest in between, so we're not too powered out, but we definitely noticed a bit of a decline in our top end strength, so decided to call it there.
If you haven't seen the previous episodes in this series, the one we did earlier with Jen, where we spoke about Boulder circuits, I'd recommend you do watch that one because it complements this kind of session, the top end strength, and one that works more on capacity. There's a link to that over here, and we'll see you next time.